An Afghan interpreter credited with saving an American soldier's life has finally been granted a visa by the United States government. We will only use his first name, Janice, because he's still in Afghanistan and still in danger of Taliban retaliation. Janice and his family are expected to be on American soil next month. So how did he finally get the visa? Let's talk to the American soldier whose life he saved. Joining us right now is retired Army Captain Matt Zeller, joining us today from Tucson. Good morning to you, Matt.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm doing okay. We've been telling the story of how Dakota Meyer, Medal of Honor recipient, has been trying to save the life of his interpreter, a fellow by the name of Hafaz. You've been doing the same thing with your interpreter by the name of Janice. It seems extraordinary that these Afghans, and it's also open to some Iraqis, who tried to help our men and women are not being given these visas.
Yeah, you know, there's really no explanation for it, and it shouldn't be going on. Janice literally saved my life in a firefight by shooting dead a Taliban, and he's been waiting for his visa now for the past 2 years. And he's not the only interpreter I had who's, by the way, in this case. I don't know basically how we did this, but we got lucky. And I think, you know, I did 3 things. I asked the Truman Project for National Security, of which I'm a fellow, to try and have our membership get involved and advocate within the administration to try and see if they could pull some strings. I wrote my members of Congress, my senators and my House rep, and I asked all my friends and family to do the same thing. And then I used this online website called change.org to start a petition. And I also got this other organization, the Iraq Refugee Assistance Project, involved. And specifically a lady named Katie Reisner actually came down to Washington, D.C. and went door to door at Congress advocating this issue.
That's great.
And I think we got lucky. I think eventually the American people took notice. We got over 100,000 signatures on the Change.org petition.
Amazing.
And the media picked it up. But I don't think that what I did is actually repeatable. And more importantly, this is not how we should be going about actually getting these men and women their visas. They've served our military in war, and we owe them the promise we made them when they signed up, which is that if they gave us a good year, we would give them visas to the United States of America.
Right. And here's the thing, is this program is going to be expiring shortly, and there are still, you told me during the commercial break, we've only helped maybe 25% of the people who want help.
Yeah, you know, Congress, unfortunately, is set to let the program expire at the end of the month for the Iraq version of it, and next year for the Afghan version. If they don't put it into the continuing resolution that should pass hopefully this month, it will expire. And even if they bring it back in a couple of months, the fact that it's been in existence for 5 years and only 25% of the Iraq visas have been issued, and only about 15% of the Afghan visas have been issued, that to me tells me that they let this thing expire and it comes back later, it's just going to be even more of a nightmare.
No kidding. Well, the good news for you is your interpreter, Janice, will be on American soil shortly. If people would like to sign the petition to help others, like Dakota Meyer's interpreter, go to change.org. All right. Captain Matt Zeller, thank you very much for joining us today from Tucson.
Thank you very much, sir.
You bet.